Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litsa, and today I want to take you along with me on a journey that I'm embarking on, which is basically trying to do some markets this year. Now, I have spoken about this over the last couple of years, and for some reason it just hasn't happened. And then I had to sit down and think, why isn't it happening, Litsa? It's because I haven't really been actively trying, other than just saying, oh, I think I might just do some markets. Now, some of you may have come along the journey a couple of years ago when I did the school Christmas fair, and there was like a market, space. We had like amazing, it was tented, like marquee. There was a marquee over a few tables, and it was just such a beautiful setup that I think I got a little bit spoiled because that just happened. It was put out there to the staff and the locals. If you want to, have a table for the day or a marquee, a stall as such at the markets, put your hand up, and it just happened. We were able to tap into insurance there. We paid a minimal fee, and it was just a fun day. I just made things, and I thought, oh, well, whatever happens, happens. It was actually just going to be a fun experience because I never intended to ever do markets for, purposes of, making it an income, because I do work full time and, have a home and, family like all of us do. But over the time, now that I've pretty much come to a point where I've gifted everyone in my life crochet, and I kind of know, that, there's a point where you think, well, there's not much more that I can make for them unless they ask for something. Well, there's an opportunity now, or there's a gap in my time where I can actually do some markets. So I have actively been trying to find a local market that I can actually join this year. So since last November, I think it was, I actually put in 3 applications and I hadn't heard anything from anyone. And then I heard in January that they had received my application and that they will be reviewing them in February and then hopefully getting back to us. But it's been a very long wait, and the markets, actually the ones that I'm hoping to get into, which are very local to me, I think they're in April. Excuse me. So as we've started March now, I thought, you know what, there's so much that needs to be done. But the first thing, guys, and I am starting at ground zero really, because, like I said before, it just happened. It wasn't like I, thought much about it. But now I'm thinking, by the time I work out, the venue or venues for the year, I'm hoping to do 2 or 3. And this particular organizer has the same venue 3 times a year at very good times. So I think it's April, July and November. And, even if I secured one, then maybe I could try to pursue some others. So that's been the hardest one, securing a venue. I think it's because the people that are in, and they're not changing, they're not giving up their stalls, which I can understand if they're doing well, if they're enjoying it. Why would you give it up? And I can't imagine that the organisers would want too many of the same, like too many crochets, for example. That's the only thing that I can think of. So whilst I'm waiting for someone to respond to me and say, yes, you can come, and it's not cheap, guys, people pay a lot of money for a stall. So the one that I'm looking at, I think it's about $180 for one day or $300 for 2, which, it is a lot of money, let's be real. And I need to organize insurance. And that's another thing that I didn't worry about last time, because now I don't think many of them allow you to tap into theirs and pay like a minimal fee for the day or the days that you're attending. So that's another area that I need to look into. And then the most important one of all is that I need inventory. And if I don't start now, I won't have any, because when I do my calculations, I did some calculations, you need an awful lot of inventory to just pay for the day or days, the insurance. And the other thing I need to set up too is my square, because I have a square for, so people can pay. I think if people can use their card, they're more inclined to buy more than if they just have to pay cash, because let's be real, who has cash in their pockets anymore, right, guys? Anyway, so, all of that is the admin stuff, which I need to get onto. But before that, I came to the realization that I really don't have any market makes. So I did look at my video of the markets that I did do, the videos actually, and I thought, well, they sold really well. In the meantime, I have had Father's Day and Mother's Day on consignment, you know, like an area at school. Again, through school, you know, very easy, very relaxed, very casual, where I just, you know, gave them some, you know, items. When they sold them, I asked for X amount, they sold them for X amount, and that was such an easy transaction. And then last year, I remember our Cal was all about making little things that were great for Christmas gifts or market makes. So I thought, okay, so I have an idea of what I want to make, but is it really going to be set in concrete? Because I have to start thinking that if I'm gearing myself up for April, Mother's Day is coming up here in Australia in May. So I thought I would make things gearing myself up to that. And also because I watch everyone's market makes videos, I love them. I have always enjoyed them. I hear a lot of people saying, both overseas and in Australia or, you know, locally, saying that they also need smaller items because the, you know, younger people or the children need something. But I have to be mindful that, you know, if the insurance for having things like toys and that is very big, because that's what I'm hearing, like huge amounts, I don't know if I'm going to go in that direction. And also, my strength is not amigurumi. So if I made things, they'd be very small. I would like to tap into fidget spinners. I have made some in the past, some that I sent to Rose at Rose Likes Crochet, and some that I made here with our friend Jenny at In My Spare Time Crochet. In actual fact, Jenny has done a lot of research on insurance, and she's been so kind to share that with us. So thank you, Jenny. So I might have to tap into her, you know, knowledge base as well. You know, I'm all about dial a friend, reach out to a friend, because I'm that person. If you need something and I know it, I will share it with you. I think, you know, sharing knowledge is amazing. Anyway, let's get back to, you know, what I need to do is basically get a list of what I need to make. And another thing that I've been thinking about, so I'm thinking out loud now, guys. I know a lot of you do markets as well or craft fairs, so please flood me with information. Send it through the comments, send it through the emails. I am open to it all. I'm actually a novice at this and I just want to make it work. I just think it's going to be a lot of fun. Yes, a lot of hard work. I understand that, for probably very little monetary reward. But how amazing would it be if, you know, I could sit at a table and be able to sell off the things that I crochet? That would just bring me so much joy. Another thing that I have great difficulty with is pricing. And that's something that I need to consider. And I know one way that a lot of you do it is by putting in what your materials cost, so your yarn, you know, and if you're using buttons and beads and, you know, wooden rings and what have you, that goes into consideration, plus the time that we put into it. Now, as we all know, we'll never get paid for the time, all the time that we put into, and, you know, the sweat, blood and tears that we put into making a project. But, you know, I think people are basically using it as minimal wage, the hourly rate. So I need to learn how to price things as well. So there are a lot of learning curves for me, a lot, and I am prepared for it. I'm actually very excited, I have to tell you. I'm one of those people that really always does need a project at hand. The same thing at work, the same thing at home. I love having something to tackle and to keep me excited and energized, and I think that's what this is. And like I said, I know there's a lot of work involved. It doesn't just happen, and I'll probably make a lot of mistakes along the way, but that's how you work it out. So once again, flood me with information, guys. Tell me about your experiences. I would love to hear them all. But first thing I'm going to do is create a list of maybe 10 makes. I don't think that I should be going and making everything that I know how to make, because realistically, I won't have enough time to do it all. And also, not everything will sell, and some things do take an awful lot of time. So when I narrow it down to what I need to make, so this is what I'm going to be working on this week. And hopefully I can get started on at least one make. And the way that I've been thinking about it, and I'm thinking about it out loud, see what you guys think, is I'm going to make that list and stick to it quite religiously, or vigilantly, I should say. And then allocate 1 week per item. So I think we have 8 weeks till the beginning of April. So really, I should focus on 8 things. And then that way I can still continue with my crochet alongs, you know, my cows, you know, that I'm putting out there as well. and any other fun makes that I want to do along the way. I don't want to limit myself to just being, you know, mass producing things for the markets. And then I thought, and I laughed at myself, I thought, well, what if I get no markets all year and then I'm stuck with all these things? But then I thought all the things that I'll be making, I've got already a supply for Christmas gifts ready to go, or, you know, birthday presents, so they won't go to waste. So I will be making things that I know that I'll be able to gift as well if for some reason I'm not lucky enough to secure at least one market. So that's where I'm at today, guys. So the beginning of March, I thought I would put it out there because I always love having that community feel when I'm doing something, and this is something that is huge for me. Huge learning curve, and I think it will be a huge fun and hopefully a huge success. So thank you for, you know, allowing me to think my thoughts out loud. You know, sometimes it's nice to talk things through because as you're talking, you're coming up with an idea yourself. Excuse me. So that's what I'm going to do now. When I go away, I'm going to make that list. I might even get in touch with the organizers because I feel like I don't want to be pushy, but sometimes if you don't let them know that you're still hanging about, you might miss out, and I don't want to miss out. That's the thing. Like I said, some people are like, why are you mad and you want to do markets? It's going to be a lot of work. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but there is something about it that excites me, and I really do need to do this. I really want to, and I need to, so I'm going to. Somehow I'm going to work out how I'm going to secure that table. And at the end of the day, you know, it's just something else that we'll have in common, guys, that we've done together. Because I know so many of you do it all the time. And I have that, is it fear of missing out, FOMO? I don't think so. It's just the thought that I do need to crochet because I love it as much as we all do. And I don't have that many people to gift anymore because I've gifted everyone pretty much everything they've wanted. And like I said, if they want any more, I'm here. Okay, I need to stop with this now. I've put my thoughts out into the universe and hopefully I'll get a lot of info back. And the first thing I'll do is my inventory, and the second thing I'll do for this week is get in touch with the organizers. Once again, let them know I'm still hanging about and still hoping for a stall. So, you know, whatever you're doing, guys, I hope that you're having fun with it. Please share with us as you always do, and we always love that, don't we? And until I see you all very soon, take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.